The following portion of Ozarks Fox AM is sponsored by Teague Roofing Plus.
It's so good to see my friend Josh Tesmer with Teague Roofing Plus. Now, Josh, it's good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you today.
Now, tell me about Teague Roofing Plus, because I want to get to the roofing part, but then I'm very curious about the plus.
Okay, so Teague Roofing, we've been around since 1979. A few years ago we added that plus because obviously we do roofs, we do roof repairs, we do anything in any style of roof that you got, whether it's metal, whether it's asphalt. We can offer all of those different products. But a few years ago we added the plus. We combined two companies together. The other company did siding, soffit and fascia, windows, gutter, the whole 9 yards, and we continue to do that. We have been doing that for a long time now, and so that's where our plus comes in. We just offer all those services.
I love that, and when you think about the roof, you do think about the soffit and the fascia. When is it time when you need to replace that, or is it just a cosmetic upgrade?
So with soffit and fascia, it can be both. You have time, especially if you have wood soffit and fascia. A lot of times people won't keep that painted quite as well as it should. Pieces will start rotting out, things like that. Nails will start coming back out. That's about time that you need to start getting some wood replaced, and you might want to consider putting some aluminum soffit and fascia over the top of that, because that's going to keep you from ever having to paint again. The aluminum soffit and fascia is going to have a permanent finish on it, so it'll be like that. Obviously, if you already have aluminum soffit and fascia and any reason you've had any gutter issues, sometimes that'll start falling off because it's rotted behind there. There can be a bunch of reasons. If your soffit's less than 20 years old and you're not having any of those issues, it would be a cosmetic upgrade. But people like to change colors. We've got a customer right now that's going from a brownish color to they want to go to black. Black. And so we'll be changing those out in the next couple of weeks. So
if you see some damage maybe on the side, maybe just on the fascia, can you wrap that existing fascia, or do you have to replace it first before you do that? Or is it just depending on the house? It's
going to depend on the house. Like I said, if the wood is rotted, we can't just cover over that. You've got to replace that with something better. It's nothing. Typically what we can do is just take out a small section. If you're going to replace it with aluminum anyway, we just take out a small section. We don't have to worry about matching it. We just stick up some good wood there. We get it nailed in and secured, and then we go over the entire house with the aluminum soffit and fascia, or the aluminum fascia, and it will cover that.
Oh, I love the look of that, by the way, because you have so many color options as well.
There's a ton.
And then get to the siding part, because a lot of times people need to upgrade their siding because maybe there's holes in it, it's not holding up very well, maybe it's wood. So tell me about the siding options.
Yeah, so with sidings, and again, with all of this, we offer repairs and full replacements. Sometimes on siding, it's a little harder to match what you've already got there if it's 10, 15, 20 years old. But what you'll see is a lawnmower has thrown a rock through the siding, some wind has blown it loose, hail has damaged it, whatever else could have caused it. Once you get those holes in there, that's allowing a lot of water to get back there. There's a chance that you could have issues with your wood behind there and everything else. Obviously, if you want to sell the house eventually, they're going to want to have that repaired. So those are all reasons that you might want to get it repaired. And if you can't find a matching stuff, you may have to discuss replacing the entire siding.
So what if somebody's thinking about maybe the roof, maybe the soffit, the fascia, the siding? Do you give a consultation? How does it work?
Yeah, we come out for anything that you call us out for. Is always going to be a free inspection and a free proposal, everything else like that. We are looking at, we're going to come out, we're going to see what issues we see. We're going to take a bunch of different pictures. We're going to write up a report on it. We're going to send it over to you or bring it with us, one of the two, depending on how we're working with you. And we're going to let you see what's going on, and we're going to try to explain the reasons that could be a major issue for you. And sometimes we go out, and sometimes there's really not that big of an issue, and we're like, hey, I'd leave it alone right now and wait until the next time.
Well, that's refreshing right there. You're not just trying to sell the people stuff they don't need. You're going to be honest, and you're going to take those photos and really talk it through the situation with the homeowner.
Oh, yeah. We deal with realtors a whole lot, with people who have other companies come out that claim they need a full replacement, and we're looking at the roof going, this roof's really not in that bad a shape. You've got another 7, 10 years left on this roof. There's no reason to replace right now.
Okay, if somebody wants that free consultation, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
So there's multiple ways. You can you can go to our website, teagueroofingplus.com. You can call us at 417-883-6977, or you can visit us at our office at 6149 West US Highway 60 in Brookline, Missouri.
Awesome. Hey, guys, don't wait. If you're thinking about that roof repair, the siding, the soffit, the fascia, give Teague Roofing a call today. Thanks so much. Good to see you, Josh.
Thanks so much. Good to see you.
The preceding portion of Ozarks Fox AM was sponsored by Teague Roofing Plus.